Hi, this is Pam Willemse. Today we're going to have a look at Task 6 from the City and Guild sample test. In this question, they're asking you to use a database to import information onto and then to raise a query. What they're asking for is an access database, and from that a query can be raised. So what we're going to do first is we're going to read through the question and then we'll download the bits that they've given us. So they've asked us to use Access to import the information from class inquiry list, to create a query to find those interested in a beginner class for street routines, to paste a screenshot of the design view of the query into the evidence document provided, to use the query to create a report showing only the title, last name, first name, initial, address 1 and 2, town, county and postcode. Make sure that the report is clear and easy to read. Create a screenshot of the report into the evidence document provided. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here. Now in the sample test, as you can see, this comes up as a media document and not a notepad. In the actual test itself, when you download it, it comes up as a notepad. But for the sake of the test, we're going to need to copy and paste this into a notepad. So I'm going to copy, Control-C, go into here, type in notepad, a notepad will come up. Control-V and copy it. And I'm going to save it as in my ICT folder. Exam practice, access, and today's date. And save. The second document that they want us to download is an evidence document where we're going to do our screenshots. So we'll minimize that. Now to create Access, we need to go into our Windows, type in Access and bring it up. We're going to want a blank Access document, so we're going to click on there. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring external data in, which is what we've just saved onto our notepad. So we're going to click External Data. We're going to be using a text file, our notepad, so we're going to click on there. We're going to browse. Now I've saved that into my ICT folder with today's date. We're going to push OK. We're wanting this to be delimited, so the characters such as commas and tabs create separate fields for us. We're wanting to keep our comma. We're also wanting our first row to contain the field names, so we're going to click on here and go next. We're wanting our titles in, so we're going to leave that and go next. Here the ID is showing 1 through to 14, it's all the numbers. We don't need that, we don't need the primary key, so we're going to say no primary key. We're just going to start with our title. Okay, we've finished doing that and close. And here it is sitting here. So we're going to click on here and there's our notepad that's now been imported into our Access document. Right, so we're going to minimize. We're going to have a look at what they're wanting us to do next. So we've used database software, we've used Access, and we've imported the class inquiry list. Now they want us to create a query to find those who are interested in the beginner class for street routines. So we'll bring up our Access document again, and this time we're going to go into Create. And we're going to create a query design. Here is our example, so we're going to add that and close. Now I'm just going to bring this down so that we can see all the field names here. And they've told us exactly what field names they want us to have. So they're wanting us to have the title, the last name, first name, initial, address 1 and 2, town, county, postcode, class style and class type. What I've done is I've double clicked on each one of these, and as you can see it's brought it all up in here. Now what they're wanting us to do is they're wanting us to look for street routines for the beginner class. So that's the class style and the class type. Okay, so in our class style, they're wanting that to be the street routine. So what we're going to do now, this is the very important part for doing a query, is that it's done exactly like this. So the capital L for like, space, speech marks, street, star or asterisk, speech marks. And then they're wanting it to be the beginner. So like with a capital L, space, speech marks, BEG for beginner, asterisk, speech marks. Now we're going to click on Run. We want to run our query. So we're going to push Run. And here are the two names that they're asking us for, that are wanting street routine and the beginner class style. So from that whole list that we began with, what the query has done is it's brought up just the two people who are wanting the street routine for the beginner class. Now what the question is asking is for us to create a report. So we're going to go into Create, and here we can see Report. So we click on Report. So we're going to save it. We're going to name it. We'll name it Street Routine Beginner Class. Okay. And that's now brought up our report for us that we're wanting, showing exactly what it is. And that's given us a title, which they'd ask for in the exam as well. This is the point that they want a screenshot. So on your computer, you press Print Screen, and then you go on to the Word document that we saved. We should have done the design view as well. We're going to do Control V, and our report will now show up on here. And that's what we're going to be uploading onto the system for the exam. We're going to be uploading this evidence document. On the City and Guilds test, this is the upload button. On the practice test it won't work, but on the actual test it does. And you click on the blue button and it will give you a chance to upload your work on there.